Hi, I'm Katherine, and I'm a patient of Synergy Nutrition and Wellness, and I see Tracy. Oh, it's been very positive. I'm really thankful that I found Synergy Nutrition and Wellness. It's funny, I'm a part-time cashier at Wegmans, and it's because of that I learned about Synergy. About a year ago, I had a customer who was buying some vitamins, and they have a lot of stuff there at Wegmans. And I got into a brief conversation with her, and she said, oh, there's this place on Niagara Falls Boulevard, Synergy Nutrition, blah, 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 blah. And I took a little piece of paper and I wrote down the name. Okay, so I went home that night, I found it on the website, and I took a photo. Luckily, I took a photograph of the website. Forgot about the whole thing. About a year later, I'm really needing some help with my health and so on, and my energy. And I happened to accidentally found that photo on my phone. And I went, oh my goodness, this is it. And that's how I started coming to Synergy. Life before Synergy Nutrition and Wellness was frustrating because I've always been interested in eating healthy. I've always gone to health food stores. At times I spent a lot of money at health food stores. And I reached a point where all the things that I was doing were not helping. So I was spending a lot of money, putting a lot of energy into it, and really not feeling well, feeling lousy. I've seen doctors on and off, sure, but what happened to me after I'd been working at Wegmans for a while as a cashier, I seemed to hit a wall, which surprised me. I got very tired. I was having very bad allergy symptoms, which I'd never really had before in my life. I kept joking that I was allergic to Wegmans because I'd go into the store and my nose would be running, I'd be crying practically. A few times when somebody would be putting their groceries down on the scanner thing and I'd be scanning something, I'd start sneezing and crying, and I never really could identify what it was. But I was really hurting, okay? Clearly my immune system was down. Yet I had a load of vitamins from the health food store on the top of my fridge. I was taking a bunch of stuff every day. I was drinking juices and trying to eat healthfully. So that was very frustrating to me. And then when I came to Synergy, I got direction and I got precise instructions. And then I started to feel better very quickly. Well, I am not somebody who is against regular conservative medical care. I go to doctors myself. They can certainly help people. So a lot of people will say, well, you know, I see my doctor and so on. Seeing your doctor is great, and people should see their doctors, but there's a whole other area that medical professionals don't really cover, and that's the nutritional side of things, especially what Synergy does, which hones in on the individual and what you need as an individual, you know, which I like. It's so precise. So I would say to somebody who's skeptical, try it. Try it for a month. See how you feel. See if there's an improvement, you know. There probably will be, but if there isn't, you know, you haven't really lost anything. But I think you'll be pleased if you just try it. Well, I follow all of Tracy's instructions to the letter. In fact, we have to keep a diet sheet, and she's talked to me a lot about different foods to eat and so forth. Like she was talking to me about eating fermented foods such as kraut and kimchi. And so I went to Wegmans where they sell a lot of these types of foods, and I bought my kimchi and my kraut. And then the next week she said, you do exactly what I tell you. And I listened to her, you know. I was drinking a lot of protein shakes at first when I saw her. She wanted me to get off them and eat real food. And she was always on to me about cutting down the sugar, which I have done. And as I have followed her instructions, I have improved. That's just all there is to it. Absolutely. Yes, I would. Unequivocally, yes.